Yo, what's up, dudes and dudettes? I'm coming to you live from my second period class. Everybody say, what? Yeah, it's exciting. All right, let's do this thing. We're looking at part C. Complete each of the congruent statements given that triangle ZXY is congruent to triangle. So anyway, I don't even look at the picture. Pictures can be deceiving. Don't get catfished. Look at the statement, okay? So I'm ignoring the picture, just like I do with my online dating. I don't look at the picture. I go off of their bio. Yeah, I want to know what they're really like. Not just I'm not shout. Okay, so we're going off of this statement. Ignore the picture. XY is congruent to. Well, since XY is the second and third letter, it's going to be congruent to AB. There it is. Don't get it twisted. Actually, don't get it wrong. Z, that's the first letter. It's going to be congruent to the first letter there. So angle Z is congruent to angle C. All right, easy peasy. Up next, we got angle YXZ, and I'm going to go in the same order. So if it says YXZ, so it went Y, it went X, it went Z, I'm going to do the same pattern with the other one. It's going to go BAC. So angle BAC. Now the most important part in that is that your vertex is right. Okay, and X totally matches with A. So I know that that's correct. All right, guys, flying through this one. ZY, Z is the first letter and Y is the last letter. So it's going to match up with CB because C is the first letter and B is the last letter. So CB. All right, I'm really skipping around here. Let's go side AC. Side AC is the first and second. That's weird. First and second letters. So it's going to match the first and second letters of the other statement, of the other triangle, ZX. All right, and then angle ZYX. All right, remember the order matters. So Z to Y and then X. So it started at Z, then went to Y, and then X. So I've got to do the matching pattern on the other one. So it's going to start at C, and then go to B, and then to A. So they're in the same order, CBA. But again, the most important part is the vertex has to match. All right, guys, so that's how you do question number 11 on your test review. And it's all about matching parts. Didn't even need the picture. Pictures are for nerds. And we ain't no nerds. Alrighty, question number 2, take 2, because I messed up. We're looking for JKL being congruent to some other triangle. So let's see what triangle JKL could be congruent to. Well, I'm going to do the easy part first, like I should have done when I messed up. I'm going to count KL, and it's 3 units. Now, if I look over here at the triangle right next to it to the right, the corresponding side here is 4 units, so I know that that triangle doesn't match JKL. All right? And same thing with QR over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't match KL of 3 units. This is the one that matches. That's the one that's the same length as KL. So I've got to be very careful. Number 1, I have to pick the right matching triangle. It's going to be this one. And number 2, the points have to be in order. So I would ask you guys, what matches with J? And you would say the super acute angle over here, M. And I'd be like, what matches with K? And you would probably be like, okay, the segment that goes from that far away to there. So you would say angle N. What matches with L? And what matches with L would be over here. O would match with L. All right, guys, so that's how you do that. You have to start off by knowing which triangle actually matches it. So when I do the next one, I've got to have matching triangles. And I know that these two are going to match. STU is going to match with that triangle right there. Okay, so it looks like there was some kind of reflection, some kind of translation, whatever. But I can tell that those match, and I could do the easy one here and say, hey, that's 4 units, that's 4 units. Okay, that piece matches. All right, and I could do other things too. I could be like, okay, this one goes over 3 and up 2, and this goes over 3 and up 2. It matches. So I could do a lot of things to find all the matching parts. All right, so let's do it. What matches with S? Well, the one that matches with S would be this point P over here. What matches with T? Well, that's this point O over here. What matches with U? That would be this point R down here. P-O-R. If you had another O in here, that'll describe what I am. Just kidding. I mean, I'm not kidding, but pretend that's not there. So triangle P-O-R would have been, oh, that's a P-Q-R. Gosh, I should just quit. I quit my job. Guys, I apologize for the mistakes I made in this video. I am not going to do another take. We're just going to say it's Jaden Ramirez's fault. Your last name is Ramirez, right? Yeah, it's his fault. So just all the mistakes are his fault. And I couldn't tell I thought that was an O, it's a Q. Whatever, P-Q-R. All right. Moving on, complete the statement below to prove that M in O is not congruent to P-Q-R. Well, M in O is not congruent to P-Q-R because O in is not the same as QR, or because PR, all right, PR is not the same as, let's see, PR is not the same as, which one should have been the same as PR? So PR, if the statement was true, would have been the same as MO. And it's not the same. You can tell that just by looking at them that PR is not the same as MO, and if they were congruent, they would have to be the same. So MO, PR, according to the statement, would have to be matching for the triangles to be congruent. But they're not. PR is not congruent to MO. Cool. Didn't mess that one up. All right, next up, complete the triangle congruent statement. Again, we're going all matching here. All right, number 13, what do we got? Angle H is congruent to angle L. What am I supposed to do? I guess I should have read the question before I started the video. Complete the triangle congruent statement given the following. Okay. So all I have to do is finish the statement, and I already know that H matches with L. I know that JGH matches with MKL, so that G matches with K. And I know that J matches with M. Cool. So I know that triangle LKM is congruent to triangle HGJ. Yes, no mistakes on that one. I'm back. All right, up next, it says something. It says something. What does it say? Jason is designing a company logo made of congruent triangles, nerd, bearing the initials of the two owners, his bosses, blah, 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 blah. All right, got all that. They said something didn't look quite right. Jason admitted that he had struggled in geometry class, just like my friend Jaden Ramirez. His concept notes clearly state that STU should be congruent to JKL. The bosses measured the angles and jotted down the information below. Are the triangles congruent as stated? If they are, then angle S should match angle J. Does angle S match angle J? I don't know. Not enough information there. All right, what else? T should match K. Does angle T match angle K? I don't know. Does U match L? Does angle U match angle L? And that's a no. It doesn't. So angle U does not match angle L, so he made a mistake. Are the triangles congruent? No. Why or why not? Because if they were, then angle U would match up, be congruent to angle L. So that's the why not. Okay, is there any other reasons? Yeah, there's other reasons. We also know that ST should be the same as JK. ST should be congruent to JK. And I see that ST is 5, so it should be equal to JK, but JK is 6, so they're not equal. So there's 2 reasons why Jason messed up. He should have paid more attention in geometry. Up next, write all the lines of symmetry. All right. It's a square, so let's go boop, let's go boop, let's go boop, and let's go boop. 4 lines of symmetry. 2 diagonal, 1 horizontal, 1 vertical. Which types of symmetry does the figure display? So we see line symmetry or reflection symmetry. And again, we have four lines of reflection symmetry, but we also have rotational symmetry. So how many degrees would I have to rotate this so that it looks like itself again? And because it has 4 matching pieces, 4 congruent chunks, I only have to rotate it. Well, full rotation would be 360, but because it has 4 matching pieces, I don't have to go the full 360 to make it look like itself again. I can go a fourth of that. I can go 360 divided by 4. So that means every 90 degrees, it'll look like it started. Every 90 degrees, it'll look like it did when we started. So which types of symmetry does it have? It has reflectional symmetry. Across a vertical line, across a horizontal line, but it also has rotational symmetry of 90 degrees. 360 divided by 4. Cool. All right, last up. Benjamin has a parakeet. I feel like I've done this question already. I'm going to pause it and actually read the question to myself. All right, I read the question, and Jaden was trying to trick me, but I didn't listen to him. So the parakeet is flying from Ben's house to the school, and then he's going to fly right back. So I need to know the distance between Ben's house and the school. Now, I could use the distance formula. I could say the coordinates for Ben's house are 5, 4, and the coordinates for school are 15, 7. And I could find the distance between those 2 points. So that's what I'm going to use. The distance formula is the difference of our x's squared plus the difference of our y's squared. So I could label this x1, y1 if I wanted to, which I'm going to do because it's good to do. And that's x2, y2. So I'm just going to dump it in that formula. So we're going to do the difference of our x's. x2 minus x1, 15 minus 5 squared, plus the difference of our y's, 7 minus 4 squared. 15 minus 5 is 10, and 7 minus 4 is 3. So I get 10 squared, which is 100, plus 3 squared, which is 9. So I get the square root of 109. Now here's the deal. That's one way. That's a one-way trip for Mr. Parakeet. But Mr. Parakeet wants to also come back. So he does the square root of 109, and then he does it again. He does it twice. So we can just leave our answer as Mr. Parakeet travels 2 times the square root of 109. He just does it twice. So just stick a 2 times in front of it. Don't make it more complicated than it needs to be. I don't know how this became a 15-minute video. I'm so sorry. Have a great day. Make good life choices.